Parents of teenagers know it's not always smooth sailing with all those hormones and then the new situations swirling.
So in today's Relationship Reboot, we're getting some advice for parents on navigating the teen years. And joining us now is our relationship guru, Dr. Carol Brees. And Carol, congratulations, you have two pretty much adults in your house. You made it. You made it. A 17-year-old
well, I have
and
a 17-year-old, and she's awesome. Love you, honey.
She's getting close to the end of the teenage years.
Exactly. And I have one that successfully made it through. He's a young adult now, 21.
And he's wonderful as well. And
he is.
Your daughter, your 17-year-old, we've met her. She can't be moody and impossible.
No,
Never.
not at all. No, she really is great.
No,
so it's funny, I consulted her on this segment. What do teens need most from their parents? And she said, food and gas money.
Oh, funny. Isn't that the truth? So how do you even balance something like that, like sharing a car or having those kind of discussions to make sure your teen doesn't get upset?
Right. Oh, well, great question. So, I read a book a couple years ago by a woman named Lisa DeMoor. She's a parenting expert, and it really helped me think about what my role is as a parent, and I'm hoping this is helpful to all the parents of teens watching. She said, we need to think about our teens as swimmers, navigating sometimes dangerous, troubled waters. Think about yourselves as teens. It wasn't always easy.
And you can't control everything they do.
No, and what does a swimmer need? Any swimmer? They need a wall to come back to. And we parents need to be that wall. We need to be that steady force that our teens can cling to when they get tired.
So how do you do that?
Yeah,
because it's not easy to communicate when they're in a bad mood or not speaking to you,
or when you get into an argument, but you want to make sure that they want to come back and talk to you maybe after.
A couple things to keep in mind. One is that our teens will come back. So a lot of times, conflict is inevitable with teens and parents, and our teens are going to push off from our wall, and we want them trying out new strokes, taking a few laps out there, because that's how you become an adult. But we have to remember that even though we're going to be hurt by our swimmers pushing off, and sometimes they push off by picking little fights with us, like, Mom, you Facebook too much. It's just hypothetical. Or you Snapchat too little. But they're going to come back, and we can't be resentful because they're going to need us. They need that steady place as a refuge.
Has the research found that that's true even for kind of the most tumultuous relationships out there between the parents and the teens?
For all teens, because teens are out there, and we want them trying out new things, new ways of being. But teens really want us as parents to be quietly present, even physically present. So some of the research suggests that even when you feel like your teen doesn't want to spend any time with you, and it feels like maybe they're being mean and standoffish, what they really want is for you to be there. Sometimes just quietly in the background, but when that swimmer, our teen, does get tired, the waves come over their head, they're counting on us. And so we need to try to be there when we least expect that they're going to swim back and say, I need something to cling on to.
And you recommend the book called Untangled. And what did you get from reading that book? And maybe what can other parents get from reading that book as well?
So Dr. Lisa DeMoor, as I mentioned earlier, wrote this book Untangled. And it's about girls, but it applies to boys as well. And, she uses this metaphor of us parents being that steady wall. And that's really one of the primary things that's helped me is, when I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or friends of mine who have teens that are even, that are difficult, because mine are actually been pretty easy, is that I think of myself as that steady force, as that wall. And I never know when my teen is really going to need me to listen, to be really compassionate. And I can't be resentful about those times when it felt like they didn't need me.
And I feel like moodiness is pretty normal. Is there ever a time where, as a parent, you say, like, okay, maybe this is a bigger issue and we need to get a little extra help?
Yeah, absolutely. So, a couple of things that I recommend for parents is to keep in mind that you don't have to do this alone. So if you feel like your teen is, not able to, maintain homework schedules, or is, having really sort of unusually difficult times with friends, or even a boyfriend or girlfriend, seek out some licensed help from a marriage therapist. And you, the parent, you need your wall as well. So talk to other parents of teens. Look to some of the teen books out there. There's another great one that I love. It's called ooh, what's it called? Why do they act that way? Like, how many times have we parents asked that question?
a lot.
Why do they act that way? So you're not out there alone, you know, so find your wall as a parent.
These are great tips and pretty good time because, you know, summer we're kind of in the middle of that.
We're kind of, our teens are around,
season,
right?
so
don't get as much of a break as
yeah,
you want.
don't give up, parents. And
It'll be okay.
Carol,
It is,
thank you.